Olympics live on your iOS device. Food and drink category launched. Tiny Wings 2 details. Chrome OS updated and the Dark Knight series discounted in iTunes. It's Friday, July 13th, 2012, and this is iWake. I'm Tim Chaten, and this is what's going on in the Apple world today. Good morning, and welcome to another edition of iWake. Today I'll be doing the show away from my desk yet again, which means the audio will be a bit worse than usual. So sorry about that. I hope I can do what I can to make it sound as good as I can. So first up today is a little tidbit about the Tweetbot public alpha for the Mac. I found out through my Twitterverse that the current alpha will expire on August 12th, 2012. Nothing to freak out about, just something to be aware of that when that date hits, Tweetbot, the alpha version, may no longer work. In other news is NBC releasing a pretty sweet app for fans of the Olympics. The app will let you stream every Olympic event, that is, if you are a cable or satellite subscriber, which I find odd since I believe YouTube Live is providing the same coverage. Oh, by the way, this streaming will equate to around 3,500 hours of live video entertainment. According to the press release, get to ready. So their press release is a bit off. It starts by get to ready to watch. So I think they wanted to really say get ready to watch every moment of the 2012 London Olympic Summer Games live for free with the NBC Olympics Live Extra app. In addition to watching all the live action during the Olympics, enhance your viewing experience with alternative camera views plus full replays on the go. You can follow your favorite events and sports and receive push notifications for event start times. Download now on your iPad, iPhone, or iPod Touch to prepare for the start of the London Games and take a look back at the best of the Beijing Olympics. There are two apps available today. NBC Olympics is a free app for iPhone and iPad via the App Store, and NBC Olympics Live Extra is free for the iPhone and iPad via the App Store. You can find these apps by clicking on the link in the show notes over at iWakePodcast.com or just by searching for it in the iTunes App Store. In other news is Apple launching a new category in the App Store, this time for food and drink. The new category features currently over 2,800 paid apps and 4,000 free apps in the iPhone section and over 1,200 paid and 1,000 free apps in the iPad section. Apple has been contacting developers with relevant food and drink apps over the past few weeks to prepare for the new category. According to Apple, this new category will include apps that help users cook and bake, mix drinks, manage recipes, find new restaurants and bars, and learn what their friends like to eat and drink. Food and drink won't include diet, grocery shopping, coupon clipping, or food-related game apps. So that's that. It's a rare thing when Apple creates a new category, so this is pretty big news. Next up is the beloved Evernote having a service outage. The company has shared what happened, and it basically amounts to them updating their hardware and things not going as planned. Nothing too terrible here. It is nice to see the company address the outage and why it actually happened. Last up in app news, I want to talk a little bit about Tiny Wings 2, which is now out for the iPad and the iPhone. So first off, I am very surprised that this was a free update to iPhone users. It was a version update. It wasn't a brand new app. It builds on the already great foundation of Tiny Wings 1. It adds a second mode of gameplay where you race other birds. It's called Flight School, and it's quite fun and, well, challenging as you advance through the different worlds. The big delight for me, though, is a new app for the iPad. I have been waiting for this iPad app since the iPhone version launched last year. I am of the opinion that the iPad is the best device to play Tiny Wings on, and that this is the device where you'll achieve the most success. I personally managed to get up to multiplier 28 with the iPad because of its screen size and all the advantages it has. Well, the HD version is out, and it's for the iPad. It'll cost you $3 to own it. It's a separate app from the iPhone app, and this is probably the reason he was able to get away with making Tiny Wings 2 a free update to iPhone users. To my delight here, iCloud syncing worked like a charm, and my game status synced before the iPad even started playing my first game. Very, very slick stuff. Overall, I'm very happy with this update. If you haven't played Tiny Wings before, I encourage you to give it a shot. The iPhone version is $1 and the iPad version is $3. And this is a really, really slick and awesome game. Closing out the show today are a few odd and end stories. First up, it seems the Nexus 7 has a hidden feature, magnets. That's right, just like the iPad 2 and 3, this Nexus has magnets that can be used to turn on or off the screen. This was not talked about anywhere by Google and seems to be an Easter egg for fans of the Nexus 7. So pretty nifty. I don't think Apple will go after them for any kind of patent thing, but just something to be aware of. In other news is a bit about Mountain Lion's server version. According to The Verge, Apple released its Advanced Administration Guide for Mountain Lion Server. The guide contains just about everything a small business IT administrator needs to know about Apple's newest server OS. What it doesn't include are any references to enterprise tools like Server Admin or Workgroup Manager, both part of Apple's Server Admin Tools suite for OS X Lion server. So it seems a bit of functionality is now taken out in the Mountain Lion version. I'm betting this affects very limited number of users, but there are people I'm sure that this will affect. I personally am not one of those people. Next up today is an update to Google's Chrome operating system. Version 20 of Chrome OS, yes, you heard me correctly, version 20, brings tons of new features including Google Drive integration, offline support for Google Docs, and improvements to the Sandbox Pepper Flash variant. The update should be rolling out to users in the next few days. So hurrah for version 20 of Chrome OS. Finally today is iTunes, advertising something that's not quite there yet. As of 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, that is the night before you're listening to this, Batman Begins and The Dark Knight are priced at $15 a piece for the HD version. I noticed that iTunes is advertising them as being on sale, though, for a limited time at $10 a piece in HD, which is a pretty nice deal, that is, for iTunes pricing on movies, which traditionally are a bit more from physical media. So $10, the on-sale price, being advertised that way, but the price still hasn't dropped. So hopefully, by the time you listen to the show tomorrow, iTunes reflects the advertised price and you can get these two Batman flicks on sale and catch up with them before seeing the conclusion, Batman The Dark Knight Rises, next Friday. So that's coming out pretty soon, and hopefully the sale kicks off so you can actually watch these at the good price. Before closing out the show today, I just want to remind everyone that I do a show called iWake Again. It's on Saturday, every Saturday. iWake Again is for those that appreciate what I do every day and providing this free show for you. iWake Again is $10 a month. I do this Saturday show. It's around 30 minutes in length normally, where I do interviews, monologues, just different things, all about Apple news. The $10 is really a way for you to donate to the Monday through Friday show that most of you get for free. If you're interested in this, you can head on over to iWakePodcast.com/again. Once again, to sign up for this and join the iWake Again community, go over to iWakePodcast.com/again. Thanks to those that have signed up, and thanks for your support. It really does mean a lot. Well, that's what's going on in the Apple world today. And that will do this week for some of us, but not everyone. If you're an Again subscriber, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Talk to everyone else again on Monday. Have a great weekend. Aloha.